have discussed about 4 hazards again. What are they?
Allergy.
Physical, chemical, biological and allergens. Okay. So the food poisoning is mainly caused by which hazard? Microbiological hazard. There are two the food poisoning can be by both types. It can be by biological hazard as well as there are non-biological hazards that can also cause food poisoning. So biological hazards mainly include bacteria and its toxins. Okay. Secondly, they have got virus and mold. So these are the main biological hazards that can cause food poisoning. Okay. Mycotoxins. What are mycotoxins? Mycotoxins are toxins produced by molds. Molds are a type of fungi. Okay. So they also produce toxins which can lead to food poisoning. And bacteria produce bacterial toxins and fungus or molds produce mycotoxins. So these toxins can also lead to food poisoning. Okay. Now, what are the non-biological hazards? You can have chemicals, as we have mentioned, chemical hazards like pesticides, cleaning chemicals, all these, if it enters the human body, if it accidentally enters the food and then is consumed by the humans, they can cause chemical hazards. Even metals, in the food accidentally, the metals, if it enters, it can cause food poisoning. And poisonous plants and fish. So there are certain naturally occurring chemicals in certain fish and plants, okay, that can cause also food poison. So these are the non-biological hazards. Now we will see about different organisms that can cause food poisoning. Number one is Staphylococcus aureus. So these are organisms. Staphylococcus aureus is a normal flora of the human body. It will be present on your body, like you can see them on your hands, on your body, like in the nose, face, everywhere there is this organism, Staphylococcus aureus, and this mainly produces a toxin in the food. It produces toxins in the food, and the first symptom, if the toxin enters the body through the food, the first symptom they exhibit is vomiting, okay, as it is a toxin. Now second one is about Bacillus cereus, which is present in rice. Okay, so Staphylococcus is present in your body. Bacillus cereus is mainly present in the rice. Okay, and again it produces toxin in the food and leads to vomiting as well. Third organism is about Clostridium perfringens. The main source is soiled vegetables or fruits. If it is not properly cleaned or washed, the organism can be present in the food, and it is a spore former. Spore former is, we have already discussed about spore. What are they? They are during the unfavorable conditions, the bacteria forms a thick outer covering, or there is a jacket, right? So in that unfavorable conditions, the bacteria exists or lives as such. It is not killed, okay? So that will be remaining in the food as such as a spore. And when the favorable conditions comes back, it will be, it comes out of the spore. Spore germination occurs and starts multiplying. So they are, Clostridium perfringens anaerobic, means it can grow in the absence of oxygen. They are anaerobic. It doesn't require oxygen for its multiplication. They are anaerobic, they are spore formers, and the main symptom cause is diarrhea. Clear? The organisms. Coming to the next organism is Salmonella, which is very, very important. Salmonella is mainly present in eggs or poultry items. Okay? And they are not spore formers. They will be killed at cooking temperature, which is, what's the cooking temperature? 75 degrees Celsius. So they are killed at 75 degrees Celsius, and they produce toxin inside the intestine. Once it enters the body, they produce the toxin. Then the fifth organism is Clostridium botulinum, which produces a neurotoxin. What is neurotoxin? Those are toxins which mainly affect your nervous system. Okay, it can even lead to paralysis of the person. Clear? So what are the organisms? Can you name the 5 organisms? First one is, what is there in your hands? Staphylococcus aureus. Second one is Clostridium perfringens. Third is Bacillus cereus, which is present in rice. Fourth one is Salmonella, which is present in raw poultry or eggs. And the fifth is the Clostridium botulinum. Okay, these are the main organisms that can cause can see